very, very good spot.
You're actually
I'm
weird.
off 11.
You're dead ass weird, bro.
He's looking to try and kick things off with a few extra orbs.
Oh my
And
god,
there's one already.
Yeah, he's out for free. And those rotations really what got BBL that previous
It's okay,
round.
we got the bomb
They're
down.
on it again
Honestly,
here.
good round,
As
good
Spike
round,
goes
good
down,
round.
There's already two
Good round.
players
Bomb
distracted.
down, we
Now
can take
another
that.
falling, and the numbers flooding back into this B site for the defensive side. Yet to even lose a player.
Jonathan
And
Beauty.
they got that ghost to fall back on. They can
Why does
recover a
this guy on
weapon
the camera look
potentially,
like zombies
and that
right
is going
now?
to be picked back up by Yumpy. So losses here minimal, and this is a wonderful start
Calm,
to the
calm.
half
Yeah, it's
for
okay.
BBL.
Are Sentinels good
Yeah,
on ice
solid
bomb?
stuff. Of course, an extra plus
think that's the
surprise
point.
factor. 11. Already going walkabouts.
Maybe make an
Looking to get
effort
up
with
in
your
their
hair.
face. I don't know if they'll
That's just
expect
fun.
this straight away, but Bang wins the fight anyway, and John
I hate
QT
this
does
shot.
as well.
It is a bold
Unless you
play to
guys
go
gift
for that
100 right
push,
now, I hate this
outlaw in
shot.
hand, up against full shields. I mean, he needed both shots to connect there, and obviously it hasn't worked out. BBL, now it comes down to damage. Players like Sociable and Magnum alive, sure, you could still see them winning this round, but Sociable's been tagged up heavy. And Sentinels
I don't
are
really
on their
like
way
this
towards
chat
it.
either.
Nice little angle above the smoke, but dealt
Alright,
with
then.
quickly. And again, then we look to Magnum. He's recovered himself. a
End
vandal.
this round.
Can he find
End
a
this
couple
bonus
of
round,
kills
and I
here
lock in.
to put a dent in that Sentinels economy?
The thing is, Sentinels are being incredibly methodical. Drone used just to make sure if any surprises were left on the site. He's quite far away. And as you said, with a gun in hand, isn't that much value in overfacing here.
Wait, what? What's
A
happening?
minimum of 3 players probably going to be surviving. Well, in the end, it is Bang to close out with
The board for BBL up against Zek, that head-to-head. And look, he's getting aggressive again. Not lost any confidence off that early fight. They've cleared Yumpy, they've cleared Sociable. And that smoke, it's given Levin a little angle to play from. He's good for the first, not quite able to follow up though. The smoke blocking him out from that angle. Drops down below though. Good swing, and another falling. The thorn in the side, in the back, in fact, and this is leveled
What
up
just
numbers.
happened?
Jimmy Turret finding one onto Bang. This round, very much up for grabs for BBL, despite that double opening from Sentinels.
It's giving me flashbacks to when they managed to beat Fnatic on Abyss a while ago. They're just getting in their faces.
I'm scared,
Super
I'm scared.
aggressive, super off kilter, trying to surprise them as much as possible. Even still, though, they've ended in an even scenario. Sentinels have managed to cling on even while leaving a pretty big gap behind them.
I'm scared for Zelsis. I'm scared for Zelsis.
They're about to walk through the smoke. They know he's on the other side. He turns at the perfect moment.
What the fuck? Zelsis chill, bro.
It only took 4 rounds for Zelsis.
These guys are Turkish. They will pull up on you.
Everyone else is on pistols. Levin has got the Blade Storm to fall back on if they want to invest it here.
Okay, good scaling. Very good scaling from John.
Well, it seems like it is definitely part of the plan. Maybe hoping that Prophet can do a little bit of damage first before he goes to the start points. And there you go, he's in play. I feel like Zekan's been caught quite often in these scenarios, but the shot's not connecting. And while the trade outs with those rifles
there is
going well,
no chance.
Levin will pick up another, and Magnum with one more. The problem, though,
Good trades.
is Levin so low on HP that even
good
with
scaling from Sen there. They were so fast up at, or up B.
A lot of them at
maybe
130.
To be a spring-loaded push.
I just like.
Aggressive into A with
I feel like that's pretty bad from BBL. No, how are they ulting that early? The round didn't. What? The round basically didn't even start yet. There's still a minute and 10 on the clock.
Completely take control of B once again.
That's like a win for Sentinels.
This side of the map.
Yeah, they're getting a good flavor profile if you don't know BBL into their
Wow,
aggression with
the
Levin,
Omen
and now with
flash.
Yumpy and Magnum, the push up.
Oh my
after
god,
the
the Omen
lockdown
flash
had
was
cleared
so
so
good
much
there.
space. They wait, and just as Sentinels are about to go
Wait,
for that
second?
execute, they are pounced upon. Now, the advantage is down to just one player. The Blade Storm already claiming a life, and Sentinels looking to fight their way forward, but they've got so many numbers to clear out. They've got to get through Magnum's Killjoy setup, already detecting players down below. Sociable with a cheeky jump up on pipes, and this is left in
Not looking good, guys. Wait.
1 versus 2 now with Magnum falling, and Sociable.
Oh my god.
End, but that was
oh
outrageous.
my god. I thought he was going to be.
This guy's incredible. How many rounds? Most of them. You
Oh
see
my god,
him go for
Luna's
these aggressive pushes. He wasn't scared to do it with an
aggro.
outlaw. So of course, he's not afraid when he's got the op in hand. This is what I'm saying.
Wow.
You know, if you haven't seen BBL before, 11 might catch you off guard. This guy has nothing but a W key.
Yo,
I feel like they genuinely tell him, the coach and stuff, just like, press them. If you die, we'll play 4v5. That's fine. But we want you to keep keep getting aggressive, keep putting pressure on them, keep making it awkward for them to go for these opening battles, because normally space you'd have for free has already been claimed. Now, for now, at least, it seems like Sentinels are trying to sell this as a bit of a ruse. 2 players currently over on that east side of the map, and it's a huge kill coming in for John QT. That is now 11 gone, and because of that, the B site is open for business.
I mean, it comes off as ironic that
we have KGO for post.
Loses that fight is when he's trying to back off.
Plant the KGO. Zealous KGO right away.
On the way back around yellow, he
KGO, don't give a fuck, use everything.
Like we said, you don't have what you need to clear them out of that pit, really. This becomes an uphill battle. And the lockdown thrown in. Sentinels want this round badly. And they're pushing forward in the pit, too, just for a moment. Zealous was looking for the
BBL
fight,
should save.
determining that they're not on the defuse. They're not putting that pressure on. It's not coming near half. And with the time now running down, you have to think that maybe they'll go for the save. Maybe they'll give up at this point. Fighting through the pit's not going to be easy. John QT's locking down that side angle. Doesn't see Sociable, but still, the time is too low.
I can't believe they went for that.
To fight back against,
time was so low.
That pit made this round impossible. Great ultimate usage from Sentinels to secure their fourth.
Nice shot from John on the upper. That was the biggest kill.
From the
he's sent back.
I mean, he lived. Didn't get hit.
Been a lot of these early
wow,
fights.
And he's still aggressive. Such a big kill, man.
He has been caught over the top. Fear was not ingrained
wow,
into
he gets both. What an angle there.
Again. Even a little bit.
And then he shoots their bodies.
He there's no emotion on his face when he does it either. It's just pure saltiness almost, but for now at least.
Clean round here from BBL, potentially.
He reminds me of Hitman. He's got that calm, cool, collected Agent 47 approach, but there's some anger behind those eyes at times.
What surprises me about this map is why teams don't just do what Crew does and just 5 rush A, 5 rush B.
Well-placed utility with some ults.
I feel like you're more than likely
it's definitely going to be
putting yourself in a better position to win rounds doing that.
Second, the potential of getting back into the round, having to try and avoid all of that extra utility. And Zekin, on the other side, is thinking, okay, I need to get aggressive here. I need to get in.
I got flamed so much for putting Kesnet in my top 5 players, top 10 players all time.
Works out wonderfully.
It's all dependent. Top 10 list.
Cost of the tournament. So I really appreciate you for that. I'm sure you had to suffer through the volume. So. Yeah, I appreciate it even more. Viper's Pit used immediately, but I like this from Jug QT. He's tried to teleport behind. Profake has gone chasing, but he's been paranoid, and now he's lost
what a
his
play.
Viper's Pit and
what a play by John.
He's been
get fucked, Profake. Shoot our fucking bodies again, you pussy.
After a blip in the last round, they're right back into this one. Man advantage to start, and Leopard's already very low.
Oh, Yumpy, rifle out just in time, but Zelsis still catches him. This was a fumbled previous round by Sentinels. Not to say they would have won it, but they would have stood a better chance if they were watching for the push. This time, they most certainly are. And with the advantage already theirs, they lose the rate. Going through the smoke, find another onto Zek, and this is starting to get a little bit spooky, a little bit scary, as they now look to get that defuse. Well, not even halfway, actually. They're tapping it to bait them into open combat. Magnum finding one on the trade.
Zealous, you fucking dirty fucking dog.
With a quad kill to close out by the defenders. But they'll look to use numbers to their advantage. They might not have the weaponry advantage in head-to-heads, but if they peek this together, maybe they can overwhelm them, and already you can see Sociable under a lot of pressure from 11 there to help out.
Yeah, he's going diving in.
It's a shooting range for these guys,
He really wanted to pad those stats as much as possible, but instead, he's given an outlaw to the other side, which is
I just feel like it's so fucking hard to come back on CT side Icebox.
What look like a very
easy
easy
cleanup round for what could be
Icebox.
I need to watch them.
Definitely striking
I feel like
fear
playing
in the
this
heart
map
of
on
Magnum
CT
here,
side
and that
is
outlaw
impossible.
chime out on the other side with the half shield.
hard
but they're just
map.
going to buy time as Profek wraps his way all the way around. It's only
Fnatic?
a ghost to work with, and those players are already
Fnatic
through to the
really
A
good.
site. So his
Who's
flank
the
is going
best
to be a
Icebox team in the
little
world?
bit
Is
late
it
coming
Fnatic
through.
right now?
Shock dart up top is good. That's Magnum that's tagged. It doesn't really help
Most are
out with
always
the
loved
outlaw
calling
fight.
on it.
The reveal sent up and over. There's the info. Profek knows where to strike and when. Nicely done in the end by
Clean
BBL.
round, honestly.
But some decent
A
damage.
Masters event just last year. You'd kind
Oh
of
my god, I
expect
just remember what
Zek
happened
be
to me
running away
yesterday in
with it.
CS.
Oh,
Oh
without
my
a
god,
doubt.
that's unlucky.
It's been anything
Wait,
but.
everything's unlucky then. At
remember
what
the
point
pick
do
he
we
found
not
in the
blame luck?
5v2. Outside of
Chat,
that,
is
I think it's
unlucky
all
or
just
it
been
is real
Levin in
thing?
those head-to-head
It's
battles.
unlucky. It is unlucky.
Operator in hand.
There's no doubt in my mind you can say like
Lockdown
some of these things are not
should somewhat make
unlucky.
that
Sometimes
null
you get
void.
multiple
The dart
unluckies in a
as
row.
well
Oh
as
my.
cleared any closer angles, although Narrate looking to
That's
sort
not
of
unlucky.
try and
That was
stick
just not
around
good.
The team play solid.
I don't know where John died.
One of them at least was reloading in that moment, and instead they've come out with a man advantage.
He's gonna walk
and
through the
some
smoke.
very aggressive
GG,
spacing.
it's over.
He's hearing the steps, walk away and sociable. He's gonna get Bang instead. Bang is gonna be so
And
confused, and then you're just gonna see the TP to the other side of the map. In fact, he's gone into the spawn.
Yeah, he stayed up close for this fight. That's a very aggressive round from Sociable, but you'd expect nothing less from this man. We talked about him not on that tail roll,
we're getting
and how he
twerked
can
on.
be freed up to
We're
take some
literally
of
getting
these fights.
twerked on.
You can see him running away with this freedom. Zekin fires off, but now they know where he is, and they're not looking to let him get away. That spam puts him down low. The operator,
you're right. They're getting twerked on. Fuck this shit.
To save it, it's 11-6, but BBL are closing in the walls on this man.
The two players behind are going to be the nasty surprise. Magnum has slowly been clearing out angles, but he has missed one. The drop down. Oh, he spotted the operator, and that'll be all she wrote for the going to have to deal with. And you can see how passively they're currently having to play on the B site.
Chronicle is right.
Nonetheless,
here.
Space being garnered. But also, the spike is currently going in the other direction. That's the more interesting
it just
part.
can't happen, man.
Sold this
That's
ruse
just a fight
so
you have
well.
to win.
Sociable managing to get the opener, but the players haven't
Zekin,
rotated yet.
big,
They haven't stuck the landing.
Gets out.
Zekin is
Jordan gets
with
one.
that Blade Storm, spotting them going for that late move towards the A site. And
A lot of time. Expect
Bang to be here. And while Sentinels just being that little bit more
these
patient,
guys dead for
not
sure.
overrating or over-rotating, has left Levin solo.
15 seconds and an op in hand. They want to take that out of his hands. They want to have it perhaps for themselves coming into the next. Great shots by Levin. He's surviving still. And the dash updraft gets him out.
It's fine.
He's
they
going
get to save their guns.
Forward. That's got to be the worst spot to save from in the
Wait, what's
game.
happening?
In fact, he's actually thrown the operator away. I think maybe again,
I guess he thought he was.
When you go to content, they're like,
that's literally my family.
Stupid Americans coming in.
That is legit my fucking
BBL,
family.
who were previously bleeding.
Wait, it's actually comebackable. Wait, what?
Immediately, great pick by Zekin. He's really starting to find his form here.
Yeah, them putting him over.
I'm not gonna. It low-key makes me mad when fucking
he's able to at least find them opening.
Can't believe when a comeback's happening. As if it.
He's been caught on two different angles. He doesn't even realize.
Oh my god, they lost this round.
It seems to just be reaction
no
after reaction.
way.
Who lost this round?
Wait, no. Narrate. You know he's here.
Making it that little bit worse. Narrate at least.
Timing.
Magnum desperately low. Timing his to be everything, and that fight was all too easy.
Too excited.
But it now comes down to the man of the moment. He's been having a good.
Oh my god! Wait, do they not hear that updraft?
Magnum desperately low. Timing his to be everything, and that fight was all too easy. But it now comes down to the man of the moment. He's been having a good couple of.
I love you, Zekin. I love you. I fucking love you.
I want Magnum desperately low. Timing is going to be everything, and that fight was all too easy. But it now comes down to the man of the moment.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What a play! What a play that is!
Realization of that flank coming in, and well, I think no going 8-4 down.
He doesn't know he's
been a little bit more than that, but.
They don't know about Omen.
It'll be a tough one for BBL to take. You could see that sort of confidence growing with Sentinels. The pause definitely making a difference. I don't know what words were said by Kaplan, but I think I could use them in my day-to-day life as well.
Nice, Narrate.
Another opening pick. This time it's Narrate.
Why is it all? Why are the cast saying all? Why did they say all? Another opening pick. How does that work?
As they look for this A-side control, Viper's pick goes down from Sentinels, but so does Narate. He's been picked off. This aggression from Levin working wonders. And if they clear this backside in time, they could isolate Bang outside of that pit. Few spams coming close and indeed taking him down. An aggressive play by Sociable, and it's worked out. John QT dropping out of heaven. Will deal with Sociable. Will deal with Levin. And that's Sentinels back in with the advantage. They have to play against time with the spike.
Nice. They're gonna push. They're gonna push. Play slow.
It's a decent angle to play if they decide to concede the space to the lockdown for BBL.
It's playing a top site though. We have to smoke the spike.
Need to get the belt quick though.
They got to wrap back around, and it's the exact
where's
spot
it planted?
Seemingly will be expected by the opposing side. Viper's pit available, but not really something they can do about this, and they've taken the low angle to just try and defuse. Needs to try and tap away, and unfortunately the shot's not connecting.
We got it.
The snake bite does
I was gonna talk shit, but then I thought we lost for maybe.
Blade Storm online. Still the weaknesses. Man advantage for Sentinels. 2 stingers to work with. Nice angle from
shot.
Sociable. He's been so aggressive. You love to see him on this Omen. This is what we talked about. Freeing him up a little bit to take some more risks.
Still hard. Still too hard around to win.
Conditions.
Thankfully, BBL have no lurk to worry about.
Way to be Sociable left here to try to buy a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra space. But with just a sliver
Okay,
of
Liv,
HP,
there's still 3A,
and
Celsius B by himself.
I think there will still be.
They know Jet was here, so there's no one that has the B line.
We saw Zekken over on this B site quite regularly, and something we haven't seen.
And now they know that the B player is
so
mid.
A contact already made into mid. That's a free kill for Celsius. Then
walk
the
up.
Bot should give
bot
away
gone.
the game. So now they can pull those
Molly.
rotations in. His goal just to try and delay as much as possible. Now bear in mind, Hunter's Fury and Lockdown are currently available.
Oh god, this guy at top site right now. This guy top site right now is gonna do some great.
Right above him.
Oh, what a kill! What a kill! What a kill!
It's given to Wright the pick. Now down to a 4 versus 2. BBL.
Right here.
Not looking like they'll be closing it out right here.
Zekken
Puts the final nail
okay,
in
maybe
the
you're right.
coffin.
Maybe it is OC.
12-11 for Sentinels.
Okay, yo, if you're
with these lower purchases.
Well, that was the round that they managed to break the win streak.
Who do you guys think is gonna win this tournament?
You should run.
Doing it again though, not as easy.
Like it's
when
pretty
Sentinels
hard
are
to be like
playing
Paper
that
X is
bit more
gonna
passive,
win.
not
Like
wanting
back
to
to
get caught
back would
out
be
in
insane.
those aggressive angles and pushed back by this lockdown. A lot of space.
Not gonna break
for BBL.
You know, I actually think
Yeah,
NRG
they
is
could
going to win.
break it with the Hunter's Fury. A lot of the time that is the scissors.
Maybe G2?
To the paper of the
And
lockdown.
Leaf come back
I
like a
guess just
superhero?
wanting to have it for the retake instead, maybe cause that extra little bit of disruption. There is the Hunter's Fury already being sent through.
Wait.
11 up close with that Bucky is ever so dangerous, and they still haven't cleared him from this position just yet. But it's going to be bang with a quick turnaround. Magnum still standing, has been able to find one, but he's the only one with a gun in hand. Everybody else struggling. That little so is he, it seems. Even still, though, again, this thing is doing work. And now Prophet just sitting back passively. Not wanting this to happen again with the second to kill him off.
Oh my god!
At the time, not even remotely. Back passively, not wanting this to happen again with the
Zekken.
Okay,
he's turned up. He's turned up.
It might have been a little bit close, but the time not
You did call
even
OT. You
remotely.
did call OT, Insu.
An overtime.
Just sitting back passively, not wanting this to happen again with the snake. 5 minutes through the wall to kill him off. It might have been a little bit close, but the time not. When it came to the defense,
They're
having
stacked
to deal
A,
with
boy, oh boy.
this man and what has
This
been
can
an
go
incredible
very, very
performance.
bad.
28 kills, but he's definitely going to need a couple more, and they are being very careful of any smoke. The thing is, though, Sociable still plans to try and push
smoke.
this, and I like that.
Wait, that smoke from Levin! That smoke from Levin was so key to stop the dart from pinging the Omen.
Seconds left. They've been delayed so much, they kind of have to go back.
Yeah, back into Levin.
Oh my god, when this Viper
BBL
walls
sent
up.
players to the other side of the map, expecting that rotation. Levin's gonna have to stand strong. Already finds his first. Dash out.
Wall up.
Info is good.
Yep.
He spotted at least one. It could be both. And with 12 seconds left, they need to push
Jesus!
forward
10 seconds
through
left.
the wall, and it doesn't work out for Bang.
No time, no time. One guy's just
barely
gonna run
enough
at him.
time to get
One
this
guy's just
planted.
gonna run
In
at him.
fact, he needs to get sticking, and Profex swings just in
Nah,
time
Levin-
to ensure he can't.
Levin's
Another match
smoke
point
on that dart
going the way of BBL.
was in.
I'm having to look at what's going on the other side.
We talk about an MVP performance, Tom. Levin, the rookie, the one that's up against one of the best in the world in the form of Zekken. He's on 30 kills already with one round left to play. Potentially, if this goes to BBL, it's 14-12. It's locked in. It's their dub, and Sentinels with elimination on the line again. Another international where they fall down early.
Celsius is going pushing.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's not the start they were looking for. They've been able to get some decent openers over the last few rounds, but even still, there's been the fight back, so having a deficit is a problem, and there is... No, I was going to say this nearly escaped. Even still, though, a two-man advantage. BBL with a chance to close this.
Gone.
A squad that's long looked for their crown, and this will be a step in the right direction. A debut on the international stage, and a victory just one round away. A couple picks, and it's left to John QT, the man to do it all. Levin, the one to close it out. An MVP performance from that man. We didn't know what to expect.
I'm not even surprised.